Hello and welcome to the show, which is supported by Mediaproxy. Now today we're looking at virtual production, and who better to speak to than our friends at Mo-Sys.
Of course, Mo-Sys, well known for its pioneering technologies for virtual production and image robotics, with a range of remote camera heads widely used in the film and broadcast industries. Recently, they launched their new gyro-stabilized remote head, the G30, and here to talk to us about it is Mike Grieve, Mo-Sys Commercial Director. Hi.
Hi Mike, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Hi guys, thanks for having me on.
So Mike, the G30 has been touted as a radical new design. So tell us what's unique about this new head.
Yeah, we've been working on this for quite a while. The G30, we actually launched it today, and it is quite a unique package. You can just look at it and see it's very different to any other gyro-stabilized head with its 45-degree architecture. But it's designed for heavy payloads. So people who need to move heavy camera and lens payloads rapidly, obviously with stabilization, this is the head for them. It's got some unique features on it. One of the great things about this particular design is that when you point the camera down, you don't get what's called gimbal lock, which does affect other designs where essentially two stabilization axes come together and you lose one, so you can't stabilize in all three axes. Key feature, I guess, of this is the enormous motors we've got on there. These are direct drive, high torque motors, and they're designed for rapid acceleration. Key thing with them is they have a hole straight through the middle on all three of these motors. So connecting cables is really simple. You don't need slip rings and you don't need specialized cables. So all round, it's a novel design, very, very stiff and short. We call it a stub frame, and it's designed for heavier payloads.
So you mentioned they're big payloads and big cameras. Now, these heads are notoriously difficult to set up. How have you, especially if you've got a big payload, how have you guys gone about making that easy? How are you dealing with it?
Yeah, several things we're doing. So the first thing is the G30 has a very large camera frame. So this is where you actually put your camera and lens payload in there. So it's really easy to get access to. The second thing is on the back of the G30 are three buttons that correspond to three axes, so pan, roll. And by pressing each of these buttons in turn, it locks the other two axes so that you can just concentrate on balancing the one you've selected. And you do that for all three axes. It just speeds up setting this camera up and balancing it correctly, which is the biggest of setting up these gyro-stabilized heads. And then we have something else in the software with a new digital control console for it, where the system will sense via inertia the weight of the camera and lens package. And there is a set of presets in there for particular cameras and lenses. It's a growing library, and it will help you select the right payload, which will help with balancing. And then any settings that you change for a particular payload, if you come back to that camera package, say in a month's time, it's remembered all of those, and you can simply load them up, and balancing is really, really quick. So multiple ways that we've tried to make downtime minimal and speed up balancing.
It sounds like a product that needs to be seen to be believed, Mike. Where can people see it?
Yeah, good question. So we've launched it today, and within 4 weeks from today, we'll have demonstration units both in our LA refinery office and also in London, so people can come in and see it. And obviously, we'll negotiate with them and let them try the system out on set as well.
What sort of productions are you? I mean, who knows what size rigs are going to be used in what, you know? But give us a clue of who you're targeting this at. Is it not just big cinema, I guess, is what I'm saying?
No, it's designed to take both broadcast packages and cinema packages. So who would use this? So people are putting cameras on cranes or running cameras from cars. Those are the typical users. And we're talking, fairly big rigs here. We're not talking small cameras with smaller lenses. It's a full broadcast package or cinema package. And those can actually weigh quite a lot. So, yeah, anybody moving on a car or on the end of a crane or a jib, it's somebody like that.
When do you think when's it going to be available to rent or hire?
So you can actually order it now. Build time is about 6 to 8 weeks. There are initial customers out there with them, so we'll be PRing those shortly. 6 to 8 week build time, and demo units within, I'd say, 4 weeks from today.
Excellent. So we're looking mid-February, March time to go with that.
You are indeed, yeah. And of course, one of the other great things done with this head, with all Mo-Sys heads, is they have encoders in for using it for virtual production. It's already built in. You don't need to add anything onto it. So I think we've thought of most things. There's always improvement, but yeah, it's a very, very interesting package. And of course, it's designed to be not much more costly than a regular high quality remote head. So it should fit very neatly into a segment that doesn't have this kind of.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mike. Do check out Mo-Sys.com, and who knows, you might even see it at a KitPlus show this year as well. Thanks to Mediaproxy for their support of KitPlus TV, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.